Darley, Australia has achieved incredible success on the racetrack with not only its locally grown stallions but also stars of the track from around the world. And this season they offer some amazing choice to mare owners with Australian racetrack stars in Cylinder and Golden Mile in Victoria and Native Trail and Triple Time in New South Wales. Andy, it's a wonderful, exciting time of the year, isn't it, with all the stallion parades here in the northeast region of Victoria. So exciting, the two new Darley stallions at this Godolphin property in Victoria, Cylinder and Golden Mile. We'll have a look as well at Native Trail and Triple Time heading to Kelvinside in New South Wales. But they're looking fantastic, all four of these new boys for Darley.
Quality colts, really exciting to have them. The two horses here in Victoria that you mentioned, straight out of the James Cummings yard, proper horses that trained on, certainly not one-hit wonders. The two that have come from the Northern Hemisphere, like, they're really classy horses from great sire lines and great physicals, so we're delighted to have all four joining the rosters.
And I think a horse like Cylinder, I mean, talk about a stallion pedigree for this horse. He's obviously a runner-up in a golden slipper, but a son of Exceed and Excel, who's been a Darley stalwart for so long, and of course was a Newmarket handicap winner at 3, just like his father.
Yeah, it's an amazing pedigree by a champion stallion out of the Street Cry mare. Street Cry is one of our champion stallions from the family of Lonhro, who's a champion stallion. So it's the 3 Darley stalwarts of the last 20 years in the stallion ranks combined in one. So he's as an exciting a horse as I can remember putting to stud, certainly here in Victoria.
He won the Todman and the Silver Slipper before that slipper second. Very few colts win both races and then perform with that aplomb in a slipper.
Yeah, well, those two races are very side-making races anyway. He obviously ran favourite in the slipper, didn't quite get it done, but excitingly trained on. So a lot of horses with the profile that he had at 2 really then go to another level at 3. Came back, won the Vane, won the Run to the Rose, should have won the Golden Rose, was brave in the Everest, and then obviously his crowning moment, winning the Newmarket like his sire, defeating the likes of Imperatriz and Bella Nipotina. So it's some CV with a pedigree. He's got that Street Cry oomph to him, like he's got a top, he's got a forearm, he's got a Gaskin. He's very much a 2-year-old type. He's very strong, very powerful. Yeah, I'm really excited about him. I think 40,000 is a great fee for a first season sire of his calibre. 5 group victories, 3.6 million in prize money. As I mentioned, he's not just that cheap speed, he's a horse who trained on at 3 and debatably could have trained on at 4. So he's very much a horse that retires sound and may well have gone on as a 4-year-old, but like all things, you need both parts of the business to be operating at the same time, being the stallion shed and the racing stable.
Golden Mile, 100 metres to go from Tijuana.
And Golden Mile, of course, new here to Darley, Victoria. He won $4.35 million. He won at 2, a Caulfield Guineas winner. And there's so much to be said for a stallion to win over that trip. It shows, you know, a level of stamina and toughness, as well as obviously a turn of foot as well.
Yeah, and a very sound horse. It's what we're all trying to really breed. You know, a horse that can be there at 2, dominant at 3, trains on to be a Group 2 winner at 4. He's running in the Epsom, running in the Golden Eagle, all those races, retires with over 4.3 million in prize money. Another one of our horses that could very easily have gone on for another season. So it's a great advertisement for our system that these horses are retiring sound, but it's also a great advertisement for Golden Mile that he is that style of horse that we're all trying to breed. So an exciting addition here, and I'm sure the breeders will like what they see when they see him.
He's such a great outcross for Danehill, isn't he? He's from a Lonhro mare. His dam Calaverite was a Gimcrack winner, but he also won the CO Marks the Ming Dynasty and had such a great following. I mean, he was a really popular horse too, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, you mentioned his pedigree. There's 2-year-old everywhere in his pedigree. Astern was a good 2-year-old. The mother of Golden Mile is a good 2-year-old, goes back to a Karrakatta winner. So it's a very sharp colonial Australian family, and he's a tough version miler who you trained on. So yeah, he won 4.3 million in prize money. And to put that in context, that's more than Cylinder, more than Shinzo, more than Osmosis, and more than Militarise. So he's a proper horse going to stud at a very affordable fee.
Native Trail, 4 in a row with William Buick wins.
And Native Trail, one of the 2 new imports for the Darley team, of course standing in New South Wales, as I said. He's just a beautiful, beautiful European type horse, isn't he? A two-time Group 1 winning 2-year-old. So speaking of these horses that train on, he won the Searcy Irish National Stakes and he returned at 3 to win the Irish 2000 Guineas. He has some presence, doesn't he?
He's a very good looking horse. Everybody that's seen him said, wow, what a horse. He's a really exciting addition. People love him. He's got the race record to boot, and it's a serious race record. To win those two, unbeaten 2-year-old for a start, 4 from 4, 2 Group 1 level wins at 2, trains on at 3 to win a Guineas. So if we start to look at unbeaten Group 1 winning 2-year-olds that train on to win a Guineas at 3, we're starting to talk about Frankel, Darley, Redout's Choice, real stallions, and that's what this bloke's got.
We've talked before over the years of the great record of the international stallions through Darley, Shamadal and Street Cry, and there are so many more you could list. But he's a son of Oasis Dream, which is a really interesting sideline in itself.
Yeah, well, it's Green Desert sideline, which is maybe where the looks come from. Obviously, that sideline's worked very well here in Australia through I'm Invincible. So he's not dissimilar to I'm Invincible if you stand up next to him. He's a big, imposing, good-looking horse with a great colour, great presence. He's got great substance, which you can see why he was a 2-year-old. So a horse that we think can work here, and a horse that we think will be really popular here. 25,000 plus GST, he's the Pinatubo Tudan Hot of our roster of this year, which we've always stood around that 40 to 50 mark. So I think there's a real opportunity with a horse like him, and I don't think the breeders will miss it. I think they'll see him and they'll go, wow, he's good, and then they'll look at his record properly and they'll see that actually at 25,000 this horse is very affordable for what he's achieved because he's in the mould of those horses you talked about.
In spiral, red, white and blue, triple time in the yellow.
And then speaking of Frankel, as you mentioned just before, triple time, a son of Frankel. We know he's gone to another level, Frankel. He was always going to be a superstar, you would have thought, given the unbeaten race record. But this horse won a Queen Anne Stakes, the same as his sire, and he has speed as well. He's just a fascinating horse, just a slightly different model to Native Trail, but as you'd expect, being by Frankel.
Well, he's very much in the mould of Frankel, which is exciting. He looks like Frankel, he walks like Frankel, moves like Frankel. He's Frankel's only Group 1 winning son standing in Australia, so I think that's a big tick for us and a great advertisement for him as a stallion to get away. His win in the Queen Anne was dominant, and it was a hot field. It was a really good field. I think there's the winner of 16 Group 1 races in it. So very good addition of the race. He was on speed like his sire. He had to do all the work, still won. He's a stakes winning 2-year-old, a Group 3 winning 3-year-old. So in terms of performance, he's a very good horse. In terms of sire line, well, it's outstanding. His pedigree is probably the talking point. His mother, Ream 3, or his dam Ream 3, is one of the blue hens of all blue hens. She's had 6 stakes winners. There's 5 Royal Ascot winners in the first dam. 5. I don't think there's a hotter family in the world. So we're by the hottest stallion in the world, out of the hottest family in the world, a Queen Anne winner at Royal Ascot. I think he's worth looking at for sure.
And so diverse, the 4 of them, but so much quality there for mare owners in New South Wales and Victoria.
Yeah, it's certainly an embarrassment of riches. They're horses that we're so proud to stand, so proud to have access to, and I'm sure the breeders will like them all. Their problem or their difficulty is choosing if they have to. So really nice horses to kick off this season, and delighted to have them shared across New South Wales and Victoria.